positive he sucked.
No, he wasn't very good. You got to be honest about it. Well, let's now go to the equal time portion of this podcast.
That's good.
You know, we had a lot to say about Chris Jericho this past week on The Experience, and we both were talking.
Somebody tweeted the part of Jim Cornette for the first 18 minutes of this segment was played by great Brian Last. You were quite pointed.
Well, apparently we really, I shouldn't even say touched a nerve. Apparently we really spoke for a lot of other people, because a ton of emails have come in with people saying thank you, or that's what I've been saying for years, or I've been waiting for someone to say that. I did not expect that reaction, however.
We're the voice of the soulless.
Not everyone is soulless. So as part of equal time here, let's read one. And Jim, I'll let you grade this promo at the end of it.
All right.
This was sent to cornydrivethrough@gmail.com from Dylan Hodge. Hey, Brian Last, fuck you. You're just pissed because you have to live in the shadow of Jim Cornette and say you don't like modern wrestling, because if you didn't, you would be out of a fucking job. Say what you want about AEW, but Chris Jericho is one of the best wrestlers this business has ever fucking created. You're just a whiny bitch because you're a failed wrestler. And you love music.
Wait, what?
Well, let me finish. And you love music, but you can't be a rock star. Is it our fault your mom kept you closeted your whole life and you were finally able to see the light once you turned 18? Chris is everything you're not and everything you want to be. That's why you can't stand him. Because he did better than you. Fuck you, you Hawaii 5-0 reject. Killed the wrestling business. Ha ha. Sounds to me like you don't want to kill your image. You lack talent. And the last thing you will ever fucking be is a wrestler. And that just grinds your gears. You can't fucking take it. It crawls at your skin. I get to talk to big wrestlers now, in quotes. Yeah, they only brought you into their group because they feel sorry for you. Not because you're any good. Suck a dick and get off cornies. And that was sent by Dylan Hodge. What are your thoughts on this promo, Jim?
Well, I guess Dylan did the best he could with what he had to work with, but it regurgitated many of the all-petite wrestling talking points. Very lackluster, possibly boring, even use of profanity with no ground broken in terms of, you know, a cutting-edge insult like the felt gargling blunder cunt example or whatever, or any of the cockwombles or the fine European and Old English insults that we've come to favor here on The Experience. And also, I didn't know that they were naming 14-year-old girls Dylan these days, but otherwise than that, I guess it was okay. Brian, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I think he hit the nail on the head. I just can't take it that I didn't make it as a professional wrestler. Of course, as everyone knows, I tried really hard to break into the wrestling business.
At a Smoky Mountain wrestling camp one Saturday afternoon, you tried really hard to break into when you were 16, but you decided not to, and have since been successful.
That's right.
After that.
And he's right. I love music, but I can't be a rock star. Another one, he hit the nail on the head, and my mom kept me closeted until I was 18. For the record, I moved out at 17. So, Dylan. But
you moved out of the closet at 17?
I moved out of the closet into the light at 17 years
Well, you
old.
know what Pork Chop Cash said when he'd switched babyface in Memphis? Once seen the light, can't walk in the dark.
I did not know that, no.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, he had and a fan made a T-shirt for him because he didn't have a ring jacket. So it said, once seen the light, can't walk in the dark. And he would come bopping down the aisleway with that fucking shirt. I love Pork Chop Cash.
Well, let's get another question here.
Anyway, fuck you, Dylan.
Hey, be nice. Let's be positive.
Oh, okay. I'm positive. I'd like to fuck you, Dylan.
Well, what?
Well, I mean, with some inanimate object.
This took a turn here.
Not in a friendly way, but rather in a hate-filled, violent sexual assault way. I guess I don't. Fuck you. But what is? That's everybody says fuck you. Well, if you actually do have to fuck the guy, how are you going to fuck him if you're mad at him?
I always liked it when someone would say fuck you to someone you'd hear, oh, no, thank you. It's like, oh, what a good comeback. It's so simple. Disarms the person.
I always like back in the old days, especially in the South, people would get up over the rail and go, Cornette, you ain't shit. No, but you are. Well, wait a minute. Anyway.
Our next question was sent in on Twitter using the hashtag Corny Drive.